Welcome to the Alley Report, part of the Service Department. Today we are talking with Ortleib, author of Bedtime Stories for the Sick and Twisted and Peace of Mind. Thanks for agreeing to this.
Not a problem.
You just go like this.
Can you hear the munchkins?
Oh yeah, mine was in here earlier, but like she's kind of gone off somewhere else in the house.
Oh yeah, there's no way I'm keeping mine away. They're evil.
Well, I mean they'll add to it. Yeah.
My eyes hurt. What eyes?
Well, yeah, I know you just had this weekend was your first like signing event as an author. Like, what was that like? Getting to do that first time?
It was. I think it went pretty good. It was fun. I was with Damien and Amon. No, yeah. And over at Vortex Books, so it was pretty cool. I got to hang out with Damien finally, which was pretty cool.
I'm going back in the bedroom.
Yeah, that's. I hope to hang out with Damien one day as well. Like, just the coolest guy.
Damien is a super cool guy. He was a blast to hang out with.
Why did you touch my sister? Sorry, I will go back in the bedroom.
Please do.
No, I don't even the cars have it together. Oh, you're faking
They just want to add to it.
Yes, this is
my
like
eyes hurt.
being a single dad.
My eyes hurt. I'm going back into the bedroom.
All right, ladies.
My eyes hurt.
Okay, go.
Please.
For 20 minutes. Okay? Thank you.
Oh yeah, no, I have two, so I get it.
Yeah, being a single dad's quite interesting. Of 3 little ones, all girls, and all well. 2 of them are evil. I never see the oldest one. She hides all the time.
Am I evil? Hey, that's me. Where'd you put the other masks?
Go, please. Thank you.
Well, you're like your latest short story collection Bedtime Stories for the Sick and Twisted. It definitely had like I love the cover, like juxtaposition of the cover being like this sweet, innocent, like this could actually be for kids, and then like the stories absolutely just pitch
Not
black
for
dark.
kids. Yes. My niece actually did the cover for me.
Oh, it's awesome.
All the inside pictures are done by my oldest daughter. So because this was kind of personal since it was the first thing I ever did by myself. So there's 5 stories in, one for each of my kids. And then I put it out. I published it on November the 19th, which was my youngest daughter's birthday. So there's a story for everybody, and it was put out on her birthday. So it was kind of really special. I wanted to make sure super since it was my first one.
Yeah, I love that. I love having the family connections on just every level of it, almost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and it is. Go on. Sorry.
It was fun. I still have no idea what the hell I'm doing. So it makes it interesting. It's kind of cool having some people who've been doing it a lot longer, like Damien and Matt Vaughn. If I have any questions or, hey, man, read this. Tell me if it sucks. So that works out pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Having those people to bounce off of, like that saved me from putting out many a half-done story that I thought was ready. Just having someone like being like, in the friendliest way possible, it's not ready. Here's what you need to do, and especially because there's so much goes into self-publishing a book.
Yeah, a lot. Because then I just did Family Feud with Royal Poff and Edward and Matthew Vaughn, and all proceeds are going to Scares That Care. And it's the first one that I kind of took over everything on my own, and I had to send it and get it edited, and then go, here guys, fix this shit. Yeah. And then we had to get a cover for it and everything. So I was just like, man, this is a lot of shit.
And that was another one with like family connections, between like the authors and the title. And
yeah, I figured I would like to do one for to donate to Scares That Care. Put a mini one together every year. I think that would be cool, and just like pick 4 different authors every year.
Yeah, I think that'd be amazing.
Yeah, I think it would be fun.
And there's got to be running, especially doing anthologies on your own. Like there's enough moving parts when you're the only author, but all of a sudden there are, other authors involved.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Damien Casey and I are putting out one, a suicide prevention anthology. It should be out hopefully by I'd say the end of August. But that has like 13 authors in it, so it was like rounding up everybody, and so many cool authors have donated a good story
I
to the
I,
book.
I, I do have I did donate a story.
Yes, I mean it's just jam packed. I mean my opinion, mine is probably the worst story in the whole book. But I mean, there's some amazing people that was like didn't even have to think when I asked them if they wanted to do it with me. They were just like, "I'm in."
And that's always awesome.
So I can't wait for everybody to see it.
Oh yeah, and I just feel like whenever I have a story in anthology, I also feel the same way. Like this is an amazing anthology. Yeah, my story's in it. It's probably the worst one, but like I just always have that feeling of like as I'm reading it, like I'm the worst one in here.
Yep. That's what I was just like, man, mine. Yeah, these are all good. Don't even bother reading mine.
Yep. And you're working with Royal. That like a is that a cool thing to get to do? To work with like your son on a story, unlike in
No,
other anthologies.
he's a pain in the ass. No, it's so much fun working with him because we're doing another book to him and I, them and I are together. They're putting together with a whole bunch of other people in it, each writing a chapter. So it's
Yes, I think I'm in that too.
yeah, I'm pretty sure you are too.
I'm one of the very end stories. So
You're like the next to last chapter, aren't you?
yeah, yeah. So I'm just kind of like I've been waiting. I want to binge them all and then write mine. So I just like
That's what I did. I'm like, I'm not even reading any because I'll forget what was going on until it gets to me. So
yeah,
I
try to
actually
keep it
started
fresh.
mine. I just started mine Monday night, my chapter. So
It's cool. I mean,
I
it's
use
chapter also almost its own short story, really.
yeah. We'll see what everybody thinks of mine. It's right now. It's kind of different than the rest of it, but it's cosmic horror. I'm not real good with that stuff, So it's kind of a challenge for me.
Yeah.
Stop.
Because as a dad, I could say if you weren't doing this interview right now, they would be quiet. They'd be playing
And
somewhere. They'd be ignoring
wouldn't want
you.
anything. Yep, exactly. They'd be like, do. I'm like, hey girls, what are you doing? What? We're just on our tablets.
Yeah. That's like the second I open up a Word file to work on a story of mine. All of a sudden, they're just like right there with questions. And it's like,
And
you
they're
have
glued to you.
forgot I existed all day.
And then like my 10-year-old, she started to write stories.
Oh, it's amazing.
My daughter, my youngest that lives with me, she'll be 7 at the end of the month. She started to write stories, and hers is quite interesting. It's about a unicorn that's running around killing everybody, so it's pretty fun.
Amazing. I love that.
So, and she discovered that she can type it all out by her voice, so it's like a mile long paragraph that I'm going to have to help her edit then eventually, but it's pretty fun.
Yeah, my youngest has gotten really into like writing her own stories, and it's funny because when I was her age, I wrote stories too. But like, I was like, man, like, mine were garbage compared to this. Like, where'd this come from? And I always help with like the grammar. I only help with the grammar stuff. I don't want to mess with her voice at all. But I'm always like, indent here, and you can break this up
Yeah,
into two sentences.
that's what I told my kid number 4 who's staring at me all creepy. I was like, I'm not going to read it till you're done, and then I'll help you, do the paragraph breaks and all that fun stuff. But you're on your own here, kid.
I know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty neat. And then like my 14-year-old, she draws, and she's an amazing artist. And I'm just like, how the fuck do you do it? She sits down and within an hour, she's got this amazing character, and I'm just going, huh? Really?
Yeah, it's amazing. Like watching like my kids make stuff or create things, and it is like, where'd you get this from? Like, because always miles beyond what I could have done at their age. So it's just amazing to see.
Yes, it is.
Also, in addition to like writing and running anthologies, you also do reviewing. You review every
Yes,
now
I
and then.
guess actually that's what I started doing. Well, I've been so on the top there.
What?
Nope, down, right there.
Oh.
That's comic books, meathead. I quit drinking 3.5 years ago, so to stay sober, I needed something to do. So I started reviewing books, and that's how I met a whole bunch of really cool authors. and then like I started writing my own stories, and I left Damien and like Matt Wilson read them, and they were like, "Dude, you should really keep writing, man. You've got some good stuff to say." So I was like, "All right, let's see what happens." So
Yeah. And did reviewing ever alter your approach to writing? Like as you did, like give you an idea of like what you wanted to see in your own stories, what you didn't want to see, like as you were, writing up reviews for books.
Please quit laughing. I can't hear. Wow, what was that question again? Girls, calm down.
Now the coughing has started. It's chaos.
Pretty much.
Children of chaos.
On the top. That shelf right there. Down one, right there. Okay, then look on the next shelf up. Okay, next shelf up. No, it's a real thin one.
This?
Yes, that one. Give me that one.
What is that?
Okay, what was your question again? I'm sorry about that.
You're totally fine. You're totally fine. I was gonna ask how reviewing books, like, did that impact how you approached your writing? Like, did it help you start to see kind of things you wanted to see in stories, didn't want to see in stories, or anything like that?
Maybe. Like I said, I still don't know what the hell I'm doing, so I'm just having fun, and it's kind of like my way of staying out of prison.
Yeah.
Because I can actually kill people and not go to jail for it.
Yeah, there you go. Like all your aggression and stuff.
Okay, please settle. Okay? You got 20 minutes, ladies. Please go back in the bedroom for 20 minutes. All right, ladies, please. And I'm asking you nicely. Please go back in the bedroom and then keep it quiet so I can hear what he's saying, okay?
Dad asked you to stay off the
phone. Okay. You didn't realize you were going to be interviewing 3 people tonight, did you?
Oh yeah. Well, the next step is bribing. I feel like when get to the point, just like kind of like, okay, fine. What will buy silence?
Either that, or I just grab them and throw them out the door for a little bit, and lock the door so they can't get back in.
What?
Shh. Be quiet.
I lost it.
Okay, now settle. Please go.
Come on, Ren.
Let's go. Or we're not playing games later.
Let's go. Come on, Ren. Get over here.
Okay. Anyway, where were we?
We were talking about like reviewing and like just does that impact your writing process at all?
I honestly I couldn't give you an exact answer for that because it may be like if I read something I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool, but I probably would have did this instead, just because it's me.
Yeah.
So but then I do dumb stuff and write really weird shit. So.
Which is fantastic.
There's times I'll read stuff and I'll go, what the hell was I thinking when I wrote this? I'm like, but I like it, so I leave it go.
It's always unexpected, and that's what your stories usually do. Is they take I don't know. There's like so many ways when I start your stories where I would expect the direction it would go based on what other things I've read, and yours always will like veer a whole different way, and something I appreciate in your work.
Yeah, because usually, like when I start writing a short story or something, I know how I want it to begin and I know how I want it to end, but it's like getting there, and I just make all that shit up as I go along. But I was just writing something the other day, and I'm like, wow, I didn't think I was going to kill that person. Oh well, they're dead. So.
To me is great as a reader, like to have that kind of work where it's gonna upset your expectations in a way. And
Yeah.
I'm the same way with I have to have first line and last line. Like I can have like 90% of the story in my head, but if I don't know the exact way it ends, nothing is gonna hit paper yet.
Yeah. See, I do it all on my phone. So I'll sit there like when I pick the girls up at school or like on break or something at work, and I'll be typing something, and then I'll have this nice long, couple thousand words, and then it's like, shit, I should do this, and then I'll start something else, and I'll forget about that, and I'll go back and be like, oh, I like that. I'm gonna keep working on that. So yeah, if I open my phone up, I have a whole bunch of stories that are started, and then I get sidetracked, as you can see, very
Yeah.
easily.
Well, I absolutely understand you gotta steal time when you can. Not like I can't other than making small notes, I can't really write on my phone, but I feel like I'd get more done if I could. Like if I could
Yeah,
do like
that's
you and Damien just like type it all out on your phone.
yeah, and Matthew Vaughn, he types a lot on his phone too. He does the same thing. Like if he's at soccer practice or something, he'll be like, it's just, and then I go back and it's easier for me to edit on my laptop. But most of my stuff that I've ever written, I do first draft all on my phone. It just works.
Yeah. Absolutely. Like I said, you gotta steal whatever time you can, right? Here and there, and because there's no set schedule with kids. Like it's just chaos.
Yes.
Um,
I do have a question for you.
okay.
Did you write the story and then draw the pictures, or did you draw the pictures first and make the story to go up with the pictures?
Okay,
I'm curious.
I wrote the story first. I kind of because I kind of had an idea. Like I knew the thing with the horns. I knew what he was going to look like because I draw him all the time. And Pet Spider is something I kind of did. I doodled everywhere all the time. But I wrote out the story and then I started kind of breaking it up based on like how many illustrations I would need. And then once I had that, I was like, okay, now I'm gonna do these. I did like quick sketches, what it was gonna look like, and then final sketches, and then income and stuff like that. But yeah, right. Story first, then the pictures.
That's cool. We love it. We picked it up, and if nobody's read this, by the way, you really should pick this up
Oh,
because it's
thank you.
really, really good.
Yeah, I would absolutely like, I'd write one little part, and I would like go to one of my kids and be like, okay, like, is this okay? Does this work? Is this like? So I was constantly going to them for feedback.
That's awesome. That's super cool.
Nobody gets this last one.
But yeah. So the signing was fun, and like right now, I'm working on a project with Matthew Vaughn. Royal, I'm doing something with. We have that anthology coming out, and I'm actually
Yeah.
slowly kind of sort of hoping that what I'm working on will become a novella once it's all said and done.
Nice.
So fingers crossed once that gets finished, and then my head's already going click 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 click, but you could do it longer or you could just write another part of that story. So we'll see where it ends up.
Oh yeah, you just gotta let the process lead you. Also, you do photography. You do quite a bit. Like,
Yeah, like I said, it helps me, keeps me from drinking, or the last year have been really bad personal family wise.
oh,
It's been really
sorry to hear
rough.
that.
Man, that happens. But I try to find just things to do just so I don't go stir crazy and nuts. And like I said, single dad life is really tough.
I can only imagine.
So yeah, like there'll be times when like my daughter and I will wake up super early and we'll go. We live by the river in Pennsylvania here, and we'll get up real early and go watch the sunrise and take pictures and stuff like that. So
Amazing.
yeah, I like to keep them busy and hopefully tired out so they go to bed early, but it usually doesn't work for me that way. But
No, that has never worked because anytime I've done something where it's active, people are like, "Oh, they're gonna sleep good tonight." It's like, no, they never do.
No,
why,
like those
why do you
nights
keep
it's
telling
3
me?
o'clock in the morning. And they're like, I'm ready to go.
Oh, my oldest would use little like you have to give her NyQuil when she's sick, and everybody's like, oh, then they'll go to sleep. It's like no, she has a opposite reaction. Like apparently, percentage of kids like it actually amps them up. So it's always
Yeah,
like,
it's like giving them a whole
gotta give you NyQuil.
bunch of speed, and they're all like wired and jacked.
Hmm. I think it's amazing that like you have your creativity, you have your creative projects for yourself to help yourself, but also that you foster that in your kids. I feel like that's just fantastic.
Yeah, like my oldest daughter, she'll sit back here, like I said. I won't hear from her for the whole night after I get off work, and I'll just go back every now and be like, "Are you still alive?" Yep, I'm just drawing. And she's off in her own world, doing her thing. So
Hmm.
it's pretty cool. She used to draw and write stories to go with her pictures, but now it's more like she just draws, which is really cool. So
Yeah, my oldest draws all the time, and it's just even just this summer, like the progress of like when she'll come and show me stuff. I'm like, well, damn, like great job.
hmm yeah, it just blows me because I know that the stuff they're doing now, there was no way in hell I could have done when I was their age.
No,
So
no, like I tried, but no way.
not even close. What are you looking for?
Well, thank you so much for coming on here. It's been amazing. I love the unexpected guest stars.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
And yeah, everyone, go check out Joe's collection, bedtime stories for the sick and twisted, and also pick up Family Feud, his anthology when all benefits going to scarce care, and just keep an eye on everything Joe's got going.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Have a good evening.
You too.